Hey, good morning. Happy Friday, Grand Rapids Montessori family, students, and community. Mr. Morse here for another Black History Month reading today. Before we jump into our reading, I do just want to say thank you to all the family members who came out to our listening session last night. Thank you to staff who came as well, and our district executive director who came and participated. It was great to hear from families and see how we can improve our hybrid learning launch and see how we can keep moving forward throughout the end of the year and to the start of next year. Today, for our Black History Month reading, we're going to learn about Ida B. Wells. She was a journalist and activist, born in 1862 and passed away in 1931. Ida was a natural born activist. Wherever she saw injustice, she stood up against it. She was born a slave in Mississippi, but emancipation came to the South when she was still a child, and this meant she had the opportunity to get an education. After college, she worked as a teacher but lost her job for criticizing the poor conditions of Black segregated schools. In 1884, 71 years before Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat on a bus in Montgomery, Alabama, Ida refused to leave her seat in the women's car on a train in Memphis, Tennessee. She had purchased a first class ticket but was asked to leave and join the African American car. Ida did not go quietly. She filed a lawsuit against the railroad and eventually won her case. There was no rule that said Black women could not ride in the women's car. However, segregation legislation was soon implemented in Tennessee, and Ida received no further justice in the matter. 3 years later, her case was overturned. She took her frustrations and wrote an article in the newspaper under the name Iola, and later became known as Iola, Princess of the Press. Journalism became her outlet. She was the owner and editor of the Memphis Free Speech and Headlight, and later the Free Speech. She took a major stance against lynching and faced death threats for her words. In 1898, she led a huge anti lynching campaign all the way to the White House. Ida knew the power of words and knowledge and continued to use her voice to stand up for what was right. So that's a profile of Ida B. Wells, journalist and activist today. I hope that you enjoyed it. Wonderful writer who still makes impact today with her legacy in journalism. So I think it's amazing. I personally think it's amazing. 71 years before Rosa Parks. I think a lot of us know about Rosa Parks, but maybe you haven't heard of Ida B. Wells before. So I hope you learned something today. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. We'll be back still on the weekends. We still post Saturday and Sunday. I email them out to teachers. And I also post on the school Facebook page. If you do go, there is a playlist of these now on the YouTube page. If you view this in YouTube, you can see them all right on there. So hope you enjoy. Have a great weekend. Bye bye.